Now we have 4 weapons in this game, so we need 4 of these graphics. So we've already got one. With both the image and the button selected, let's just duplicate those. So edit, duplicate, or shortcut is Ctrl+D, and we can then move that up. Let's say, yeah, to about there. I think that's pretty good. And let's select all of those. So Alt Shift to select all of those, Ctrl+D to select both, and we're going to move them this way this time. To about there, I think. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you know, get these more into the center, obviously just select all of those, and you can then move them all together if you want them more into the center like that. I think potentially, yeah, that might look better actually. Yeah, so just like that. Okay, so now we've got all of those. So this one is going to be for the baseball bat. So we need to change knife image to bat image. Let's just get rid of the 1 on the end there. Bat image, instead of knife button, this one's going to be bat button. And now for the bat image, instead of it being GUI knife, we can just drag in GUI bat. Okay, and that updates. Great. So for this one, that's the one at the bottom. I'll go with this one first, knife image 3. And I'm going to change this one to axe image. And also the button, so that we know which buttons are associated with which images. Just axe button. Alright, and so for the axe image, obviously just drag the axe in there. And then finally for this one, we want this one to be gun image. And obviously the button, gun button. Okay, so back to the gun image then. Let's just drag this in here. Now what I'm going to do with gun image and gun button is just drag those underneath the axe. So now they're kind of in order on the inventory menu. Great, so we've got those set up there. I think that's looking pretty good. Now, this looks good at 1920 by 1080. But what if somebody's viewing this game, let's say, at a smaller resolution? Now I've already gone ahead and made one of these. Obviously you can do that just by typing plus and just typing those values in. So if somebody was playing on a screen that was 1280 by 720, what would this look like? And if I click this, that is massive. Okay, so that is huge. And we are going to be putting more graphics in here as well. So at the moment that is way, way too big. Now, I very much doubt that anybody's going to be playing at this one. But what if it was a resolution of about 800 by 600? Let's imagine. Click OK, and what has happened, our images have basically, they've been clipped off. Okay, so the reason why this is happening is that under the canvas, we can see that this canvas scaler script is keeping a constant pixel size. So it's always going to be the same no matter what resolution you're playing at. So let's change this to scale with screen size. Now our reference resolution is going to be our original 1920 by 1080. Okay, and so now even at 800 by 600, those are now rendering at the right resolution. And if I go back to my 1920 by 1080, there's no change. Okay, so they're rendering at the perfect resolution. 1280 by 720, you didn't even see a change, so that's great. Now if I scale that down like that, notice how those graphics are just staying in position. Alright, and so they always will. And each of the images and the buttons are all anchored to the center of the screen, which is exactly what we want to happen. Alright, so that's good. Now in the center we are going to be putting in some stats soon into there, but for now I've got a little bit of a mini challenge for you. On the canvas we're going to create a new script. Let's go to My Scripts, right click, choose Create C# script, and we're going to call this one, let's see what I've called it, Inventory Scripts. Very creative. Inventory script, remember no spaces on scripts. And let's just double click this to open it. Alright, so there we go. And I'm just going to press enter, and we're going to serialize a field. This is for a type of game object, and I will call this one the inventory menu. Let's save this one, and we want to drag this one directly onto the canvas, so that now on the canvas we have our inventory menu slot, so we can drag our inventory menu panel into that slot. Now this is your task, or mini task if you like. It's not exactly an assignment, it's a task that you can do if you want to. I'm going to be showing you how to do it in the next video anyway. But under the update I want to see if you can switch the inventory menu on and off using the letter I key on your keyboard. Alright, so just the I key for inventory. So it has to switch it on and off. You may very well need a bool in order to detect whether it's currently on or off in order to do that. And if you're relatively advanced at this stage, you could even try and make the cursor visible, so the little arrow visible when you switch on the inventory menu and make it invisible when you switch off the inventory menu. Alright, so let's see how you get on with that, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video.